Okay, guys, the last time we stopped at printing the first name, the last name, and also the username or password. So now let's continue. So what I'm gonna do now is, since we know the response is sending and we are actually not passing this, let me pass the first name. Ade. So let's try it again. Ade Ayo. Username Ayo DG. Okay, so let's close this and send it again. Let's see. Okay, it's working. First name, last name, and also what email. This is the email here. Okay, so let's move on. So to move on with what we are doing now, we need to now go to the function area, and since we are now accepting this data and we know it's valid, we need to introduce an HTTP request handler into our Flutter application. So the HTTP handler is what is going to be passing the data over here for us to process it into WordPress. Okay, so I would love to use Dio. So in case you don't know about Dio, let me go to my browser. I'll show you Dio package, Dio Flutter package. So in case you want to learn more about Dio Flutter package, don't hesitate, just dive straight to this place. I'm using 4.0.6 as at this time. So over here we have the example. Let's see the example here. Okay, as you can see, this is how it's been done. This is for get method, and this is for post method. Can you see? This is post method. So we are going to be something like this. Okay, so without further ado, let's go back to our text editor area and introduce Dio into pub.yarn. So I'm going to go to dependencies. So we have dev dependencies, but we have the main dependencies itself. So we're going to be adding it here. So we're going to be adding Dio package. Okay, save. So it's going to download that. That has been downloaded. So I'm going to go back to this place. Then here I'm going to make a post request with Dio. So make a post request with Dio. Okay, so let's see. So variable Dio equals to this. Then let's import Dio into this file. So Dio has been imported. Then the next thing is the post request that we'll be sending to Dio, to the WordPress API rather. So here now we have the post request sending to WordPress backend. Then this return that we have, we're going to delete it. We don't need this return anymore. It's now useless as anything. So then this response is going to be response.data, I guess. So let's see. It's response.data, as you can see. Response.data. So copy it and pass it here. Okay, so I passed the data and it says error. Why? What happened? Let's see. The getter data is not defined for the type feature. Okay, so that let's add an await. So we are going to be passing async here, async and await. Okay, so I think this should work. Now it's not working. Hallelujah. Okay, now let's save this. This has been saved, and as you can see, this is not the URL we are using. So if you check my postman, you discover that it is this URL I'm using. But this URL is very funny. This URL is localhost. If you are using localhost on your emulator, the way you pass it with Android is different from the way you pass it with iOS. But don't worry, I will show you. You are my followers. I will show you everything. I will show you how to pass it. So let's go to the this thing again, the text editor. Then over here we are going to be passing this because it's the Android that we are using currently. So for the Android we'll be using this format. Okay, so I'm going to replace this with what I copied just now. Let me replace it. Man. Okay, so we have the localhost and my ports, then the folder, blah blah blah, everything is passed down here. So if you check it, you discover that it is the same direction that I'm also using. Don't forget you can also pass header. This Dio supports a lot of things. It supports a lot of things, so don't bother yourself. It will undo anything for you. Okay, so let's continue what we are doing. Let's continue what we are doing. Yeah. So sorry. Okay, so the next thing we need to do now is to print this data once we receive it, because everything is complete over here. We don't need anything again here. Let's go back to main.dat. Then under main.dat, we also need to pass this other than sync because of the HTTP we'll be sending. And here we have a wait. Okay, so we print the response. Save. Okay, so close this and click on what to submit. But before I click submit, let me open the WordPress section. So let's see if this URL is going. Is it going? It's not going. So I need to open my server. I'm using map server. I'm not using WAMP or ZAMP. This is MAMP. So this MAMP is more faster than WAMP or ZAMP. I don't know, somehow it's faster than them. And this one supports caches, PHP cache, APC cache, acceleration, S cache, MySQL. In fact, it even supports SQLite. Let me show you. Where is this guy? This is it. This same map. I don't know. All the extension is just included. And if you not even get a pro, imagine it will give you memcache, so many of those server packages that you can use to learn. This is not a paid advert, I'm just telling you. Okay, so I will close this. Then we go back to okay, we are going to the URL. Sorry, I want to open the URL, so I'm going to open WordPress 2 user membership. So login, admin. Okay, so over here we have this few users. So if I click on create now, something should happen over here. So we have just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's try to click on create. So if I click on this create, we should have a response here that the user has been created based on the backend we've created earlier. Okay, so let me click on submit now. Submit. Oh, we have an error. What happened? Let's see the error socket connection refuse. Oh, it's not connecting. True. It's not connecting true. The reason why it's not working is because we are passing a direct local host down to WordPress, down to Android emulator. So we need to now change the URL in the format of Android emulator. So to do that, we are going to be using 10.2.2.0. I guess. Let me check my log. Okay, 10.0.22. That's what we're going to be using. So now let me change this URL with this. Minimize. So we're going to be using 10.0.2.2. Save. Okay, this has been saved. Then let's try to run it again. Run. Okay, now the something is wrong with this emulator. Once I click once, the first trigger is already run, but I'm not seeing anything here. Imagine. But if I'm using the iOS, it's more faster. Anyway, so as you can see, the first click actually creates the user. That is why we have username already exists. So the user has been created. So let's refresh this page. Refresh. Where's the guy again? a@gmail.com. Come on, where are you? a@gmail.com. I can't find the guy. Okay, let's try to create it again. Okay, username already exists. Ayodeji. Imagine. My username already exists. This username. So let's change this username to something different. let's change it to d. Okay, submit. So this should work now. This should work. Man, there are so many things in this log. Android. Anyhow, as you can see, the user is created, DDD. So now we have successfully communicated to your WordPress API via Flutter application. So now the next one I'm going to do now is anytime there is a successful connection, it's going to show a short notification over here, and if the user is already created, it's going to show notification also. So all these many text that we have here for emulator starts is just too much. I don't know if you know how to close all this thing, like all this app time starts. I don't want to be seeing it. Anyone that have an idea on how this is done, just let me know, so I'll just take it out. I don't like seeing app time, too many app time. What happened? Yeah, no wala. So now I'm going to go back to the main .dat, and over here I'm going to be checking. But before I do the checking, I need to create scaffold key. So this scaffold key is going to be communicating the snack bar. So let me create a scaffold key over here. Scaffold key. So to do the scaffold key, I'm going to have scaffold key. I'm going to have scaffold key here, then scaffold global key. Then this scaffold key is what I'm going to be linking down to scaffold area. Okay, so the key is linked. Then the next thing is using that key, leveraging on the key to generate snack bar. So before I do the snack bar, I will check if response then code. I believe it's code. If response code is equals to 200. So if response code is equal to 200, then show what snack bar. So snack bar is just like a toast, something like that. But snack bar is more slick than toast. Toast is not really it's not really awesome like the snack bar format. So I'm going to be using this. What happened? The method shows snack bar can't be unconditional because the receiver can't be known. Okay, imagine a no safety. Oh yeah, add a no safety to it. It is because of this new safety, this question mark. Okay, so new safety is added to that. Then let me close this sidebar so you can see my screen very well. So new safety is added to it. As you can see, this is the new safety. Now anytime there's an issue and there's anytime this code is successful as 200, we have message, but I don't think I have message in my 200 success message. So let me see if there is a message in it. Did I have a message in there? Let's see. If user has been created successfully. Let me close this sidebar. If user has been created successfully, where are you? Okay, user register code 400. Okay, if user has been created successfully, are we returning anything? You're not returning anything, you're just getting the user. Imagine. Okay, so let's optimize this. So if user has registered successfully, we're going to return a code of 200. So we know what we are handling, and the message is going to be what user successfully register. Then we pass the user back to the person. So let's say this is the user. So user will now be this guy, Abina. Awesome. So let's put the comma here so we don't have an error. Save it. So now the response we'll be receiving is user was successfully registered as this message, and this message now will be accepting it the Flutter end, which is this guy here, message. So if it's 200, do this. Then else, if it's not 200, show the message also as red. So the background color will be red for this. So let's set the background color. Then colors.red for this guy, and this guy is going to be background color of green. So colors.green, as we all know, it will be colors.green. So let's put green there. Okay, save. Okay, so that has been done. So, and again, I'm still saying it again, guys, if you have any idea on how to take out this login, I don't want to be seeing this log. If you have any idea, just comment it below so I can take it out. I'm tired of seeing this log. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do now is to click on submit. So let's click the submit again. As you can see, it says what? Sorry, that username already exists and it's closed. And also this log, don't forget you can also add duration to it. Maybe you want it to stay longer. I can add a duration to it. I'm gonna say duration. Duration is going to be passing duration class, and the seconds I want to pass to the duration will be what? 10. So let's say 10 seconds, but 10 seconds is too much. Let's be frank, you can just use 7 seconds. Okay, 7 seconds is okay. So now close this. So when this snack bar shows up, it counts 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Then after 7 it takes out. So that is more amazing. Now as you can see, we also have the log here. Sorry, username was already exists. Okay, so let's take out this log. We don't need this log anymore. Delete. Okay, so after that has been deleted, then the next thing is let's try to create another user. So let's create Dakpo Tunde. Then the username would now be what? Tunde 1 2 3 4. Okay, and the password will be 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and the email will be tunde@gmail.com. So let's see, tunde@gmail.com. And don't forget, there's a particular format I need to show you also. Anytime this button is being triggered, you need to close this keyboard. So to close the keyboard is very simple. We have to focus. We have to shift the focus from the keyboard down to the screen. So to do that, we are going to use the close keyboard function. So let's use close keyboard, trigger by what's it called, GitHub Copilot. So it's going to take out the focus all the way from where it is to the bottom area. So let's save this now and try to use it. So anytime you click on submit, it's going to close the keyboard, so you can see the analytics of the log. As you can see, we have 200. So let me increase the duration for the green so that you can also see that the stuff actually created. So duration, then const duration, just like the way we see it there. So const duration, and the duration will be 7 seconds. Let's use 7 seconds as the duration. Save, and if I try to register the same user, it's going to give an error. Let's see, username already exists. So let's just change something different. Let's call this 5, and let's call this 1. Let's call this 2. Password is still the same thing. Tunde 2. Okay, so if I click on submit, the button is supposed to as you can see, keyboard was dismissed, and the notification was given as success as green. And if I try to register the same girl, it's not going to register the person, because the person is already registered. I hope this tutorial I hope you learned something from this tutorial. And again, I'm asking, if anyone have any idea on how to take out this log, let me know. Just comment it below the video, so I will just take out this guy that we have here. Okay, so thank you so much for taking your time to watch the tutorial, and don't forget, you must subscribe. If you do not subscribe, I will not do the next video. If you do not subscribe, I will not do the next video. So make sure you subscribe onto this channel so that you can hook up to the next one. And also, let's see the user we created so far. So let's refresh this page. As you can see, today 1 2 3 4 5, today 1 2 3 4 5, today 2. So everything is created. Yeah, thank you so much for taking your time to watch the tutorial. See you in my next one. Bye.